So anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Kate Plummer, and I am VP of Sales and Marketing at Clearmount. If you don't know who Clearmount is, I'm really surprised, but we are a custom acrylic manufacturer based in Toronto, Ontario, which is just such a fun thing to just roll off as an elevator speech. But what that means is what we focus on is custom awards. It's kind of like we're not limited to awards just because everything we do is a little bit different, but our feature is awards because we're not the ones that you flip through the catalog to get. Everything we do is unique and one-off, which is a nice thing because we can do one. And then the even nicer thing right now is that we have inventory because we make everything from scratch. So we're not kind of going like, see this custom piece right here? We've only got 40 of them left. This custom piece right here, how many do you want? And that's how many we have. So the fun, like, what inventory do you have? It's like, I've got a lot of inventory. So I'm gonna cover two aspects here because 15 minutes seems like enough time and it's really not. So I look at this as holiday gifting is that time of the year where you need to reward and recognize. And that's like a really big thing, and Bobby kind of narrowed down like what's your you. And so here's the thing. You need to reward your staff and you need to recognize their efforts. So we're going to focus on the reward side of things. And what that is how are you gifting people? What are you giving? So super easy. We carry SIG as a drinkware line. This is really popular for us around the holiday time just because brand name, quality, plus, we've got inventory. And what it's famous for is this classic traveler shape. So that's this shape right here. So the classic traveler shape is single-walled aluminum. They actually have one of these in MoMA, which tells you that we're very fancy people. But what it is we get used for a lot of collaborations. So Chanel, Saint Laurent, Supreme, Lululemon, just all those like small no-name brands that you've never heard of. We've done collaborations with them because a lot of people really trust the quality of it. So known for our classic traveler, single-walled aluminum, perfect. The thing about it is you're paying for the technology. So these are made in Switzerland. Bottle gets dented, lining actually bends with it. So that weird smell that you get with bottles? It doesn't happen with these ones. It's one of these ones is that majority of people keep these for about 5 to 8 years. So that's 5 to 8 years of your brand in front of someone, but it's also 5 to 8 years of someone going, I got this because, tying it into that. Other thing we're popular for is our hot and cold line. This bottle right now is pretty popular for the holidays. Has a detachable cup, which my favorite saying was a Texan who goes, you know what? It's like a real cup. Actually, I don't even know if I can swear. So it's a real cup of friggin' coffee. So it's one of those like durable, great for field workers, great for outdoors. What gets really cool for us is the decoration on it. So we can do full color laser engraving, spot color, just really exciting, but also 3D raised, which everyone's like, can you show me a virtual of 3D raised? And I was like, well, it's going to look like this, but it's going to be raised. But what it is a textured print. So it's one of those like, make your logo pop, make it look something different. Everyone is into the tactile right now. So how can you make this a really tactile piece? So SIG, holiday gifting, pair it with anything. We do fulfillment for Canada here. So if you do have a fulfillment project, definitely send it our way. You're not required to have SIG, but if you're going to have a water bottle, have the best water bottle. So these ones are our popular ones. Okay, on to the award side of things. Got to make sure my time's still good. I'm doing great. So reward. Fun fact, 6 in 10 Americans prefer recognition at their employment over monetary value. And I always tell this to people, think about it this way. When was the last time you got a bonus check and you bragged to your coworkers? You're like, there was an extra $200 in my bank account, or there was an extra $1,000 in my bank account. You don't brag about that. You just quietly shove it away. It goes towards groceries, pays the bill, you're done. When was the last time you bragged about an award you got? When was the last time you were just like in our industry, we're great for sending out these graphics, put it in your email signature. We've got this, you've done this. And yeah, I'm going to brag about that. I'm not going to brag about like, hey, I made a X amount of commission on that job. I'm going to brag that I am an Image Award finalist. I'm a Pyramid Award finalist. SKUCon, I've seen it a few times. People brag about this Community Awards, which are pieces we make. I mean, it's a really good award, so why wouldn't you brag? But it is one of those is that people want to be recognized and they want a tangible piece of that recognition. because it's rewarding to them. It encourages, like there's all these fun capitalistic, encourages employee engagement. It builds company culture. And at the same time is it retains employees. So right now, when we're dealing with the Great Resignation, how are you looking at your employees and saying, I want you to know you're valued here, we want you here, and here's why. Top customer service, you're really creative, your sales are amazing, you really contributed to this team project. These are all things that you can take and actually reward your your clients with. So with our stuff, really simple. Think of 5, 10, 15 years. This is one piece we did. What we did was we incorporated their logo. We incorporated the brand colors. So that's where you get into something really fun with custom is that, okay, I'm not taking a tower and being like, you can engrave your logo anywhere on this tower. I'm saying go with a custom shape. Go with custom engraving. Go with an embedment. Let's PMS color match the base. Let's do something a lot different than what people think you can do. You're not choosing. You can have 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch. We have this award program that goes from 5-year, which is probably 4 inches tall, and we just did a 60-year one. So it was one of those, like, they go up by half inches every year. So it's like they come to us and they're just, we have always, like, in the past for other companies, we've had to go to different suppliers and figure this out. Could you do a little extra taller? And like, yeah, no problem. That's easy for us. And again, easy because inventory, custom. We don't hold inventory, but we have inventory because everything's made to your specs. So think about how are you rewarding your employees for staying with you? Stay with them for a long time. But also think of fun ways to reward them for their team contributions. So this is a really neat one we've done with Google. And what it is it's Tetris. You don't know that. Either you're too old or too young, and I'm really sad right now. But every time they are part of a certain team project, we have a set amount of these colors and shapes. And if you're part of it, it gets engraved with the company, with the project details, and it's something that you're building on. So on your desk, it's something tactile, it's something really creative, it's something you're playing with, but it's also a really tangible recognition of what you've accomplished and what you're part of and how you're growing. So you're being rewarded for that, which again, everyone really likes because they don't want we do want that bonus check, but you want to feel that there's this actual physical recognition for what you're achieving with your company. And what better way to do it than to have these ongoing rewarding projects. The other thing, I have to tell you this is one of my favorite projects that we do. It's the Intrabrand Global Awards. What it is the top brands of the world. They actually do it for North Canada, US, and global. And this is their direct mail program. So we reward our employees, but at the same time, they do this for their direct mail. And the way they do this is that they were having a direct mail program, and it was going out, and they were having that 1% connection rate because everyone knows it stops the receptionist. But they've done all this work, and they wanted to be able to reward the people who had gotten it. But they also kind of were a marketing company and wanted to get those customers as well. So how are you rewarding your customers, or how are you rewarding your potential customers? We're all pros at these swag boxes. So how do we think beyond that? So this is what they did. They did these awards, sent them to, figured out all the winners, and then they reached out and said, you're on our list. We'd like to reward you, and we'd like to present your project to the CEO. So you're not that direct mail thing that's getting stuck at the receptionist. You're an award that's getting rewarded to the CEO. So you're putting your salespeople in front of key decision makers. And you're doing it showing off your creativity. You're not sort of unboxing the best crystal award out there, which I'm not going to knock crystal, but acrylic's better. So go with that. But this is that. So a lot of people, reward 5-year, reward sales, reward this, but also reward potential work with you. Think beyond the sort of, it has to be a very board staying award. That's why we're cool. It's because you're not stuck with what's there in a catalog. We really invite you to come think outside of the box, come in bed shapes with us. I mean, this was an interesting one we did. It was they came to me and they're like, we're the Cannabis Awards. Can you embed cannabis leaves? And I was like, oh yeah, totally. Because we can actually take products and float it inside. And they came back, cannabis. And I'm going, yeah, totally. We can embed cannabis. That's not a problem at all. And I go, can you provide it? And they go, no. Okay, I'm too nerdy to be able to source that. So what we do is in your logo is this red, like it's Canada, cannabis, playing into all the stereotypes here, but it's going into this thing. I'm like, let's actually laser cut this from plexi and embed this inside. So get creative. You know, if you can't find it, you can't source it, or you don't know how to source it because you might be a nerd, get creative with it. So it's really good. We also have our arbor line, which what it is it's reclaimed wood, and we can have acrylic as a component. We can embed products inside. Everything is custom, but we do have our set pieces. And it's like another way to sort of do something a little bit different, work with sustainability. It's reclaimed, it's kind of saved from the garbage heap of the world, and we do that. So reward, I did talk too long, so I'm going to chat really fast, is recognize. How are you recognizing the milestones? What we've been doing a ton of are actually file embedments right now, because they're recognizing, you know, FDA approval. They're recognizing that people are the scientists involved, the nurses involved, the doctors involved in kind of pushing this like vaccination efforts. So how are you recognizing it? So we've taken a vial, not the actual vaccine, it's just distilled water, but we've made that actual piece where everyone is so familiar with those icons of that, and how we have done that. So embed it inside, get creative with it. Other thing is recognize sales measures. So this is one piece we did, embedded maple leaf, and what it is so it's floating inside. It was for a sales goal. Everyone's super involved with it. Is like got one of these, and so again, you're recognizing sales because nobody gets to $1 billion on their own. Really impressive if they do, but it's not that. But it is. How do you recognize the team that got you there? And that can be pulled in from, you know, your service awards, 5, 10, 15 years, but also think about safety awards. Think about how you recognize how people have achieved things. So embedded maple leaf, but again, we're the cool kids here. Just gonna say it, commonsku people are the cool kids, so we're gonna remain the cool kids. Think outside the box. Or if you wanted to, make the box a different color. Because everything's custom, what we do for these is every year they change the color of the award. There might be another person changing the color of the award out there on a project I'm working on right now, but it is a really great way to refresh the look without redesigning the look. Because the cool thing about awards is they go 5 to 8 years before they get redesigned or revamped. So think of how many times you're looking for a new jacket, blah, blah. Let's just play with a different color. Let's get creative with what we're offering to our clients. Instead of going, we can do a cube. We can do a cube that's a different color. We can do a tint on the back. We can embed. We can laser engrave. Play with it. Or, you know, you don't even have to do a tint. Let's play with solid. Let's PMS color match your acrylic. Again, we're not limited here. We can get playful. And we really encourage you, if you're going to sell yourself, everyone has become this like tangible virtual seller, is sell yourself with something different. So quick notes before we go. We have inventory because it's all custom. We've got good inventory on SIG, so just let me know what you're looking for. That's fun. We can do for decoration, laser engraving, digital print, and 3D raised print for the fancy one, and it's not that much extra. And then for the awards, minimum is 1. It's FOB Toronto. Our turnaround time is about 7 to 15 days, depending on quantity and decoration. And then it's all made in North America. Custom, you're supporting Canadian made. We're supporting North American made if the Americans really want to hear that, but as Canadians, we're awesome. Why wouldn't you want to support us? And then you're selling outside of the catalog. You're selling something that actually means to someone. So a few of these awards were designed with the CEO of the company because they wanted to have a say in what we do. They wanted to be able to say, we're part of all of this, which can you think how many CEOs are going, yeah, we're all in on that left breast logo? No, get creative, engage the marketing people, engage the creative people, and engage your creative people like mind, and we can come up with something cool. So clearmount.com, signorthamerica.com. My email is kate@clearmount.com. Super easy. I'm one of those Kates. You can find me easily. And let's do something fun. Send me your projects, send me your thoughts. I'm happy to even just pitch you ideas of what's possible, and we can go from there. Okay, 4:30. Woo! Any other questions in there? Cool. Thanks, everyone. Good luck and enjoy your next session.